If you don't see it with your own eyes, I guess you will never believe it. Just in Hubei, China, there is a place, surprisingly, in a 100 meters high cliff, hanging 26 houses, simply like the existence of challenging the limits of mankind. These houses are backed by the wall, the door a foot is a bottomless abyss, see people scared. Netizens have exclaimed that this is too crazy. That's right, this magical place is the Geocentric Valley Cliff House BB in Enshi, Hubei Province. If you look down from the sky, this whole row of lodgings lined up along the edge of the cliff, just like a palace floating in the air, but also a bit like a pearl necklace surrounded by green trees left behind by the mountains, incredibly beautiful. Staying here, you can look out over the surrounding mountain canyons, overlooking the bottomless cliffs, with streams gurgling through the valley bottom, and surrounded by the scent of flowers and the sound of birds. It's really like a heavenly paradise on earth. This kind of heaven on earth place, do you dare to believe? Do you want to come here to live for a few days and experience it? At first glance, this news is really surprising. It's unbelievable that a dozen or so families dare to live in such a deep mountain where even birds don't dare to fly easily. Surrounded by horrible cliffs and walls, in addition to so few trees, simply did not see any land, really cannot figure out how they live. Moreover, many netizens are worried about the same problem. What if there is a storm? The people here are not afraid? But it looks like, after so many years, they still live here safely and securely. It seems that there is really a kind of magical power that allows them to live in such a place. In the village there hanging on the cliff, the way those villagers traveled was really eye-opening. They have to rely on rattan ladders, steel ladders, and that winding mountain road, and it's like they're in an adventure movie. First of all, the rattan ladder looks scary, like a couple of old vines tied together and suspended in mid-air. But for the people here, it's their daily route, just like the stairs we take. If you want to go up or down, you can't do it without a rattan ladder. It sounds a bit frightening, but they're used to it. Then we come to the steel ladder. This is a little bit more technological, after all, it is made of steel, looks much more stable. But it takes a lot of courage to climb up and down that steel ladder. Think about it, if you are at that height, the foot is the bottomless cliff, that feeling must be heartbreaking. Finally, there is the mountain highway, which is much more modern and convenient than the rattan and steel ladders. With this highway, the villagers travel a lot more convenient, but then, that road is also winding, walking on it, as careful. After all, if you are not careful, it is very dangerous. In short, the villagers here, their way of life, for us may be a little thrilling, but for them, that is a commonplace. This different way of traveling has become part of their unique way of life. This life, don't you think, is quite interesting? Those villagers who live high on top of the mountains, their lives are simply a mountain version of a farming blockbuster. Every day is like playing a real-life survival challenge with nature. Growing oranges, yams, and raising livestock may be commonplace in the flatlands, but there, everything requires double the effort. Let's start with growing oranges, which can't be harvested just by planting them. The villagers have to take care of the orange trees and small plots of land on the edge of those cliffs. Imagine, on that treacherous hillside, they have to move carefully step by step, fearing that a single slip might be dangerous. But when fall comes and the hills are full of ripe oranges, the golden color of the mountains is simply the most beautiful reward for their hard work. Next is the yam, which is grown in the mountains and has a different flavor. Yams need the kind of fertile mountain soil, and mountain air, water quality are particularly good. Planted out of the yam is not only a big head, the nutritional value is also high. Villagers have to walk along those winding mountain roads, holding farming tools in their hands, step by step to the mountains, although tired, but when the harvest time to see the baskets of yams, the heart that beautiful ah. As for raising livestock, this is an important source of livelihood in the mountains. Goats, chickens and other animals can find their favorite food in the mountains. The villagers have to take care of these animals every day, making sure they have enough food and water. Not only do these animals provide meat, but sometimes they also help to plow the land, making them a great help to the mountain people. Living in the mountains, although every day is full of challenges, the villagers have created a vibrant world with their wisdom and hard work.